We'll bring in Texas Congressman Jody Arrington. He is the chairman of the House Budget Committee, member of the House Ways and Means Committee. Mr. Chairman, good to see you. Good morning.
Good morning, Sean. Good to be with you.
You too. Tell me about this scandal. I mean, it really is shocking, to say the least, and so many whistleblowers coming forward. This began, I believe, with the Manhattan Institute looking into this. $1 billion stolen. Can you expand on that? What happened under Governor Tim Walz's watch?
Well, it's what didn't happen, right? You're either coaching it or allowing it to happen, to use an old high school football saying, and Tim Walz allowed it to happen. He got warnings from his own employees, hundreds of employees, whistleblowers that he did not heed and turned the other way. Some accuse him of not heeding it as a result of or because of politics and not wanting to disenfranchise an important voting bloc in the Somali community. But regardless, you had hundreds of millions of dollars stolen from the hard-earned taxpayer money that would have gone to, as you mentioned, hungry kids, elderly people who need a home, and autistic kids. This is a disgusting scope and scale of fraud that one attorney said, one prosecutor said, who had prosecuted fraud cases his whole career. The scope and scale of this is breathtaking. But this is the kind of stuff that we put anti-fraud measures in place government-wide during the Big Beautiful Bill to stop the fraud, the waste, and the abuse of tax dollars. Over $1 trillion in savings that Democrats fought us tooth and nail every step of the way and continue to fight us.
Yeah, and going back to the study, but the reporting by the Manhattan Institute finding $1 billion was taken from that fund that we had already talked about, and then it was somehow funneled now to Al-Shabaab, allegedly. Taxpayer-funded money going into potentially a terrorist organization. That's your headline if you're watching at home. So much so, this is validated so much so that now the Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent, wants to look into this. What does that mean to you when you hear that?
Well, it's, again, disgusting to think of people stealing resources for the most vulnerable Americans. I don't think taxpayers begrudge a safety net for vulnerable people, elderly, poor, kids with autism. But the fact that this governor knowingly looked the other way while hundreds of millions of dollars were siphoned away from these programs, again, is disgusting. I think it's more concerning if those monies made their way to support and fund terrorism and terrorists. But let's kind of tie this into what's going on right now. Okay. Democrats are saying that Republicans need to extend another fraud-ridden COVID-era program in the enhanced premium tax credits. This is another program that had 6 million plus ineligible people siphoning taxpayer funds away from those who it was intended for. And Democrats are making this the point of contention. Yeah. They did during the shutdown, and they continue to on affordability with respect to health care. So it's the same play that they're running again that would open up for more fraud in the future. Yeah,
the Affordable Care Act, speaking about that, if you need subsidies to get the Affordable Care Act to folks, it's not affordable. I mean, plain and simple, right? Yes. The president chimed in about this on Truth Social and the scandal, the alleged scandal in Minnesota, and he called out the governor as you did. He said Minnesota under Governor Walz is a hub of fraudulent money laundering activity. I am, as president of the United States, hereby terminating effective immediately the temporary protected status TPS program for Somalis in Minnesota. He goes on to say Somali gangs are terrorizing the people of that great state and billions of dollars are missing. Send them back to where they came from. It's over. Governor Walz, he responded essentially by attacking the president for attacking the Somali population in that area and understanding that, you know, not everybody participated in this, but they may pay a heavy price for this, according to the president. Just final thoughts on that.
Well, we're talking about 50 plus people who've already been convicted, and the prosecution is still ongoing. So it's widespread, as that attorney prosecutor said. It's breathtaking, And I think what's most shocking is you've got an elected official in Tim Walz who's deflecting and who's not owning it, is not taking any responsibility for it.
Not owning it.
And again, after hundreds of employees raised this issue to him and sounded the alarm, he looked the other way. Again, it would be tragic if he did that simply to avoid being accused of being racist or for political purposes because of the Somali voting bloc there in Minnesota.
Yeah, he says, the governor says, oh, they're in jail, so that's kind of been handled. No, it never should have happened in the first place. Someone should have caught it. Whistleblowers were already coming forward about it. Chairman Jody Arrington joining us. Always great to see you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you, Sean. Great to be with you.
You too.